Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We have a lot to cover today. We're going to be looking at videos pertaining to the Sarah Boone murder case. For those who are brand new here, you have no idea what you're watching. Sarah Boone is a murderer, convicted murderer, who unfortunately zipped up her boyfriend in a suitcase, ultimately leading him to suffocate. So this trial, I've started not on day one. I started with the statement of Sarah Boone because I wanted to understand what she had to say. And then I continued to see, well, let's look at the cross-reference, right? To give me a better picture ahead of the details. One thing we know for sure is that number one, she was and she is the aggressor. That was already determined, okay? Number two, Jorge didn't have a voice. That was already determined. Number three is that there is this conundrum, really, that she's trying to seduce us to believe that it was all a mistake. It was all oops. It was all, I don't quite remember. So there's a few things here that we have to pay attention, because I'm watching this for the first time, that we have to pay attention on those factors that I just mentioned, right? Because everything needs to make sense. We're talking in courts, right? Anyway, look, let's go straight into it. We have a lot to cover. For those who are new here, I am Alistair Hanzekio. And of course, before we start, consider dropping me a like, subscribe if you haven't done so. It really helps a ton in showing this video to more viewers who might be interested in criminals like we are. Because we're weird. but again, if you're new here, I'm Alistair Hanzekio, and this is just my point of view. I am not a journalist. I'm just a regular guy with a lot of critical thinking who just happened to take notes while watching a criminal do her criminalities. So please get your stew sticks out of my face and your criticism. Shove it down, you know where. Let's get started.
Really, Marco?
Get out of here.
Yeah, thank you.
What's going on? You called?
I did.
Okay. Do you want to tell me what's going on?
Pardon me just a second. Beat the fuck out.
Oh. We'll be shut. Is she still in there?
He's awfully, I actually got him off of his leads because I don't want him here. And he shows this ugly mug over the wall all the time. He comes over and looks for me and...
Do you want to press charges?
What charges are you today?
Well, what's your relationship then?
I guess boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay, how long have you guys been dating for?
Like 2.5 years.
Okay. And that's a current relationship?
No, it's on and off. Because I can't deal with this shit.
Okay.
I'm sorry to
When's the last time he stayed the night at your house?
2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago?
and he figured it out.
Okay. So why is he over here today?
Because he wants to win me over, is what he told me.
Okay. So
I'm not allowed to leave him.
you're not like that.
Tell me, well, fuck no.
Okay.
He's mad because I went out with my girlfriend,
Okay.
and she introduced me to another gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a gentleman. He's not a gentleman. And he got pissed.
Okay. So he came over today, you let him in because you're going to talk, right?
Yes.
Okay, then what happened?
Well, I'm really pissed. Really pissed.
Okay, so you guys start arguing and then
No,
what?
I didn't argue. I can't argue. I was just taking down his speed.
Okay, so when you say taking down the beat, you just like describe it for me, just so I know. What did he do to you? Did he push you? Was he slapping you? Was he punching you?
All I can give up.
Okay, you have to kind of explain to me what happened. You have to tell me like
He's
step
the
by
closet
step.
doors.
Okay, so he threw you into the closet doors?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, you're upstairs, he threw you into the closet doors. Did anything break when he threw you in there?
no.
Okay, but you said you don't need the fire department?
No. I just have really bad luck. It'll go away because I'm used to it. It'll go away.
Okay, let me see. Where is it?
Right here.
Can you just put your hair back a little bit?
There's a lump. Right here. Like you can feel it.
Yep, I see it. Do you have any other injuries?
No. I just, because he's not on the lease anymore, I know that he can't, I got him off the lease to not come over here anymore. And I'm trying to get him out of here. And he's here every day. And I have a feeling he's going to come home.
Okay, there's a lot going on here. There's a wind blowing. It's kind of hard to hear, but let me just give you a quick recap, right? So she called the police, and if you notice, the prosecution did mention that Sarah Boone and Jorge have had a history of misusing 911. One of the commenters got really upset with me repeating that, and I'm like, girl, I didn't make this up. I just repeated what the prosecution said, okay? Anyway, I'm starting to somewhat understand why this video is put in this particular order. She's hiding behind the car when she called. She's hurt. She has a bump on her head. So the police says, okay, the police ask her to tilt her head, and there is a bump on her head. So this has been, she also mentions to the police officer that, they're girlfriend and boyfriend. Keep in mind that there's a history between those two. So the cop already knows the history, even though it may be his first time meeting her, but he understands that there's a history of domestic abuse going on between those two together. And that's probably why he asked, are you guys still together? Still, right? These are important stuff to note. Now, let's continue and let's see what happens next. I really hope that we get to see and hear George's point of view.
Okay, so there's another exit to the apartment, so he could be gone?
There's the spark of my store, and I have a feeling that he said that I would call the police, which I have done 4 times. You're the 4th one.
Okay.
He's gonna hop along, but I have a feeling he's upstairs, so go get him.
Well, I'm going to, but I'm going to have to try to get somebody else here. What's his name?
George.
George?
I'm sitting here.
Okay. And I have to ask this too. When's the last time you guys slept together?
Had sex? 3 weeks ago.
Okay. So, but you guys are kind of on and getting off again. And you're saying as of right now you're off. But
I've been off.
Okay, but within like the last 2 or 3 weeks you guys were dating.
Honestly, no.
Okay. But at least there was some expectation. There's an expectation in intimacy when he came over.
No.
But you guys, you said you
no. We were gonna try and figure it out.
Okay.
Oh.
But you want to press charges on us?
What charges can I press?
Right now, what he said he just hit you with hands and feet and pushed you?
I got a heel on my face.
Okay, you keep getting upset with me, but you're not really giving me the information I need. I'm asking you to kind of walk me through what happened, okay, because I don't know, I wasn't there.
I know.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so all you said, you guys were upstairs. Right. But that means lots of different things. So that's why I need to know what you
This is
did.
why I have all of this over here, is because he continuously drops me, and he strangled me multiple times.
Today?
Yes.
Okay. Did you start to lose consciousness or anything while you were strangling you?
I couldn't breathe.
Did you feel yourself losing consciousness?
No, I didn't lose.
Okay, so let me just be very clear here about one thing. For those who don't know, I'm molecular bio major. I understand the body pretty well. So for sure she's drunk. And she may not be to the point of blackout drunk, but she is drunk. because she has pretty good memory on particular things, but there are certain blackout spots that a person who generally wouldn't remember would just tell you they don't remember. But what she does is she dances around the actual issue. Let me explain. All right, so she says, because the officer asks her, have you been drinking? It's a loosey-goosey answer. And she also snips in there that she doesn't like to drink, which we all know that's a lie. So to be conscious enough to lie about a specific behavior means you're not blackout drunk, right? So that tells me, obviously she's intoxicated, but it gives me a grosso modo idea of the level, right? Pay attention. Follow my thought here. Then the officer asks, well, when's the last time you had sex? Which, to be quite honest, what kind of question is that? But okay, she answers 3 weeks ago. And I'm assuming he's just trying to establish the level of rapport between the two. Are they platonic? Or like what's the dynamics here between the two individuals? Which is, I like to give him the benefit of the doubt. That's why he's asking, because that is a very weird question to ask. Okay? All right. Now, they've been talking for roughly 10 minutes. I'm so dramatic. No, maybe 5. Anyway, they've been talking for quite a while, okay? And she has yet to give an answer to the officer. Follow my thought. Because he asked, how the hell did that happen to you? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? He asked that 3 times. She gives every scenario. I got kicked in the face. I got choked. I got scared. And, moved around a little bit. So the officer is asking, all right, you're not answering my question. So maybe you passed out. Did you lose consciousness? Because he's trying to figure out, like, why are you not answering, lady? Because you seem to recall a lot, except for the exact moment when I'm like, what happened? How did that happen? Everything under the sun. I went to the bar. I hung out with some friends. He got so jealous. Everything under the sun. Except the one thing that's like, why did you call me here? I got kids to also go to. Other people also need my help, lady. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, is that she's intoxicated, but not enough to be completely not aware. And so, to me, that tells me that she is spinning a narrative, which means the 911 phone call was not genuine. Which means, again, I don't believe in chances. I don't believe in randomness like that, right? And so, I tell you why I don't believe in randomness. Randomness is a statistics. Yeah. Welcome to school, kids. So the random number you think is random, you could calculate that. So randomness doesn't really quite exist. It's not as random as you might think. Okay, so when it comes to human behavior like that, there's very little randomness that come into play. You are who you is, and you do what you done. Okay, so that being said, so she's sitting over here, wasting the cop's time. You think that's the first time doing that? Probably and most likely not. Which speaks to the previous video I've made about how the prosecution mentioned they've used and misused 911 a million times. You know who you is, and I know you're watching. Yeah, I said it again. Right? So the cop can't get an answer. Lose consciousness. She can't even tell you, did you lose consciousness? So he's like, all right, well, could you breathe? She's like, yeah, I could breathe. Stupid. So she answered the cop's question. All right, I guess you lose consciousness. So how can you not remember? Right? So far, I'm following. I know it's very like... I mean, what do you expect? Like cartwheels and Mission Impossible stuff? No, we're humans. Humans are pretty boring and predictable. Listen, the problem is when you become unpredictable. Now, honey, that is when you run away. When you become unpredictable, you're a murderer. In my book, allegedly. In my head. If I cannot, nope. I had the best weekend ever. You have no idea. I'm enjoying being a parent of a little girl. First of all, my little lipstick. No, listen. My baby is such a girl. First of all, she runs like a girl, which I love. Can I tell you a little bit how Olympia runs? Olympia runs like this. It's the best thing ever. And this weekend we did some exercise. We went skiing. Sledding. We went skiing last week. So anyway, this is how she runs. It's so cute. And her feet flop. Let me tell you how her feet flop. When she runs, she flops. It's so great. It's so great. It's so great. I'm always like, yes, my baby, run. Oh my God, pay attention. It's just the beginning. Also, you'll be here all day. All right, well, let's continue.
I just couldn't breathe.
Okay. But how long was he strangling you for?
Till I got him off of me.
Okay.
Look, can I tell you something before you call him whatever?
Mm-hmm.
I've been arrested before because I fought back. Look, I did fight back. I did fight back. So whatever he has or whatever it is, it's not me.
Did he hit you with any, like an object or anything?
No.
Okay.
He threatens me with a bat.
Today? I'm talking about today. Did you pick up a baseball bat and threaten you? Okay. Tell me about that. How far away were you when he had the bat?
I was in the bedroom.
And where was he?
In the bedroom.
Okay. Was there anything in between you guys at the time?
My dog.
Just a dog? And how close was it to you? A couple feet? 3 feet?
3 feet.
Okay. And how was he holding the bat?
Threatening.
Like, what do you mean? Was it down by his side? Was it up like this? How was it?
He's gonna swing.
So he had it up?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Did he say anything to you while he was holding the bat?
I dare you.
Okay. And what do you mean by that?
Because I technically left him 2 weeks ago, which is why he's not here now. And he's not because I have friends. And my friends want me to get out of my gloomy, doomy bullshit. So they try to introduce you nice gentleman, whom he is not.
Okay. So he's holding the baseball bat, he's in 3 feet, you guys are up in the bedroom, and he says, I dare you. Okay. And you were scared. Correct?
I'm so scared, so why I'm hiding behind my car.
Okay. I'm going to go see if I can get him to come out. Alright? If not, this is your place, right?
He's not on leave.
Okay. And we
I
have...
talked to the party managers. I had him taken off the leave.
Okay. Alright. Hold on.
Sir, what is your name now?
O'Neill.
Look, I can see right through this mess in seconds. You know, she tells the police officer that she's been arrested before. So he was about to go and actually interview George. And she's like, but wait a minute, I've been arrested before. He's like, why? Oh no, why? Right? Because she's a damsel in distress. He got fooled, but it's okay. He's not supposed to be a therapist. He's just the police coming here and doing an investigation. So I'm going to look at him with a lot more scrutiny, sir, because you spent a lot of time asking a lot of questions, and I see it's somewhat biased, right? Because you're supposed to be impartial. So let's see how you handle talking to George, officer. All right? So that's one. Second, he threatened me with a bat. Look, we all know what happened, right? But it's interesting to look at these things from a different perspective, right? Threatened with the bat. And she says that she looked him in the eye and said, I dare you. Look. Narcissists are quite predictable. Dangerous. Very predictable. You know what I read between those 3 lines, the 3 sentences? No, honey. She the one who threatened him with the bat. Maybe he's the one who said, I dare you. Or she fantasized about the bat and she just brought it up. She's creating story. Narcissists create stories. They create stories and they try to embellish everything with sympathy. I've been arrested before. Officer, I'm a meager, frail woman. Don't you want to protect me? Right? I wonder what the new guys are thinking. Like, what is this? Follow my thought. Hold on, I'm not done. So then he asked her, like, okay, what is this all about? And she's like, well, I want him to, listen to this, test him. Test him? Honey, test him. If you were being threatened with a bat, do you think it's a time to test someone? Is she out of her mind? She doesn't even realize, listen, officer, I'm telling you, my critical thing is unmatched. It got me to where I is today, and it's unmatched. Unmatched. I started to toot my own horn, but I'm telling you, it's a fact. I'm telling you. Listen to this, right? These 4 lines, four sentences I picked up of that stupid paragraph of hers, even with the wind blowing, it tells me a lot more that is going on up here, at least in terms of educated guess. If I was the cop, I'd be like, girl, use a problem. I don't even know what's, like, I don't even, okay? So then she justifies all that mess just in case he's smart enough, just in case the officer is smart enough to see through her mess. Maybe because I'm gay, right? I'm immune to woman enchantment. The hetero men are a little bit like, right? Because it's like, oh, girl, crying. Maybe the homos are like, girl, shut up, get up, right? Maybe that's why I'm immune to her chanting. She's like, I'm innocent. And I'm like, shut up. But, you know, you just show this to a man and maybe it's a different story. Oh, my God, Alistair, not all heteros are stupid. Really? Hey, pay attention. So, okay. So she goes, I have friends who tell me that I should leave him and feel better about myself and to expose his lies. That's so irrelevant to everything that just happened. Like, what is that doing here? Don't say because she's drunk. No. I've already established to you that, yes, she's drunk, but not drunk enough not to pay attention. She's aware of what's going on. She throws that in there to confuse the thinking of the officer. Because all the officers knows now is a bat. How dare you? I wanted to test him. To throw him off the connection. By the way, my friends told me that they wanted me to get out and be a better person. I can't help it if I'm a critical thinker. Don't hate me, hate my genetics. Okay, officer, I got eyes on you now because now I know what kind of officer you is. Biased. So let's see how you handle George. If you even see him.
The door is open.
Tommy. If there's anybody available, can I get 44?
Don't get me upset.
Hey, George. Hey, George. Sheriff's Department, can you come on out?
Thank you. Can I go on with Victoria?
Shut up.
Hey, George, I can hear you. Come on out.
George is like, I'm not David. I'm not going nowhere with you. And that woman,
George, fair talk.
the cop is like, George, get the hell out of here. What's wrong with you? I'm calling you. I'm the police. You know who I is. Get out of here right now. George is like, no.
What's going on, man? Come on here, talk. What's going on? Talk to me. What's going on today?
Oh, George is sleeping.
Do you speak English?
Yes.
Okay, tell me what's going on.
Why are you here right now?
Because she called me. So you want to tell me what's going on?
What? This is where you come?
Where are these cuts on your neck?
That's near the end of that, no? Is she over there? Alright, we got it,
Do you want to talk to me about the cuts on your neck?
yeah, now, baby.
Okay, do me a favor, turn around. Put your hands down.
Wow. Why am I getting cuffed up?
Cuff myself.
Why am I getting cuffed up, sir?
Can I put my 401 diagnosed here?
Why am I getting
Okay, come over here.
Yeah, why am I getting cuffed up?
We'll talk to you about it in a sec. Okay? Any weapons on you?
No, not at all.
Okay, have a seat, my friend.
Oh.
You've been drinking?
So I just saw the cuts on his neck. Honey, I don't know if I can pull out the in editing. Those cuts are out of this world. Officer, I knew it. See? I told you I'm a soothsayer. Not because I'm a magician. It's because I think too much. That's the reason why. And that's why I can't be in the army. I can't be in a police officer. I can't be in a fraternity. I can't be a criminal. I ask too many questions and I call people out when they suck. And this cop sucks. Let me tell you something right now. Just in the energy of the approach is already biased. What? I clearly was sleeping. I clearly was, like, I'm in my house, right? You get one side of the story. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Tell me a story about the cuts. I don't know what you heard. I didn't say nothing that I gave to you gave you the right to arrest me. Oh. Maybe people who are loyal, like, yes, they can. But, honey, this is... I'm telling you. It's because most people don't sue. Don't play with this over here. That would have been the case for me. As if I know the law. Maybe I know something. Maybe I know a little something. Maybe, and by the way, he's too drunk to be talking. Both of them are too drunk for any of their testimony to be viable thing. You know what I would have done? Both of you, come on, get to the station. And also, one thing to point out is that he asked if George speaks English, which means this is an officer that never saw them before. He may know about the case, but he never saw them before. So he shows up with the idea that women are not the abusers. So he's like, okay, damsel in distress, I got you, right? But sir, this is where I'm assuming you should have been trained. Not my problem. Complain to your boss. Because there should be enough training out there to let you know that women can be abusers, right? And so you might say to yourself, oh, the cuts on his neck is her fighting back. She didn't mention any of that in her story. She didn't mention any of that in her story. Okay? She talks about going to the bar, him being jealous, boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't like friends. When I had sex with him, conscious, no, I could breathe. I have friends with whatever. He had a bad. She tells you the whole world, but she doesn't tell you that she fought with him and fought back. There was no issues of a fight here. That she couldn't even explain how she got the bump in his head. That's why he was like, did you go unconscious? Like, why can't you tell me? So, you got an F. Sir, thanks for your service, because I still couldn't be a cop. But I'm just telling you, do better. As if he's watching this. Ooh, this gets my blood. This gets me so mad. You want to know why? Is this story time? No story time. Let's go. But you get my point.
Have you been drinking today?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot or a little bit? Like, do you understand what's going on right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna have very easy, okay? I'm just gonna need you to answer yes or no after each time I ask you a question, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Anything you say will be used in court as evidence against you. Do you understand that? You are entitled to talk to an attorney now and have him present now and at any time during the questioning. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you without cost. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you desire to consult with an attorney first or have one during this interview? Yes or no? Okay. If at any time hereafter you wish to remain silent and have an attorney present, all questioning will be stopped. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Has anyone at any time threatened, coerced, promised you anything in order to induce you to make a statement?
No.
Okay. Do you understand these rights as I read them to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you wish to talk to me at this time?
Yeah.
Okay. So, tell me what happened today.
What is going on?
She said that you hit her and you choked her.
What? No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, she's got a lump on her head. How did she get the lump on her head?
I don't know. She just take me in. I don't know. Officer, I don't know.
Did you push her, hit her, anything like that?
No, not at all.
Okay, how did she get the lump on her head?
I don't know.
You can almost hear the tears in his voice. And let me also point something out, right? Imagine if you're the family of George watching this. This is beyond just horrific. Let's just take a moment to acknowledge one important fact here. Okay? We can say a lot, and we do say a lot. But I just had this talk to my mom last week, and I said the worst thing for a parent is for the kid to be thrown in jail forever or the kid to die before them, right? Everything else in between, I can live without it. I live with it. But those two, it's like crap. And this is the third one. Like having to look at a window of what once was. This was my son. Look at him on TV. This was my son. Do you see the longing? It's painful than anything else. I didn't get that until I got my own daughter. And I was like, oh my God, life is so different. What's going on? Wow. Whole different world out there once you become a parent. The world is so scary. It's like I look at things, I go, oh God, that could fall on her head. Right? Like I look at the light bulb, I'm like, is it screwed up right? Everything is like a danger. It's bonkers how like your head becomes OCD about stuff, right? But picture the siblings. The siblings have different relationship, but the parent. This is my son that I carried and pushed. Just assume you didn't push it because I didn't push mine, right? This is the kid that I nourished and didn't sleep for, and worried and cried and divorced for. Happens. This is the kid I went broke for, who I had aspiration and dreams. Every parent sit there and look at the kid and be, wow, you're going to be a lawyer one day and maybe president. We all do that. Except my daughter will. No, I'm such an idiot. But we all do that, right? Nobody thinks about that. Nobody thinks about that. Nobody thinks about that. Because we all inherently very selfish. Yeah, me included. Yeah, we all have bills to pay. We all have lives to pay. But I do take a moment to think like, okay, all right. I do try my best to be as considerate as possible. People mistake that for weakness. Don't try it. You'll lose, But it's important to always have this lens of do your best to be considerate, because you don't know what that person's been through. But don't let that fool you in terms of like, you're not laissez-faire. If a line is crossed, you tell them, oh, wait a minute, back up. All right. I like you and all, and we're friends, but we're not that close. Move back. Don't be afraid to do that. Right. All right, officer. Are you arresting him? Does he get arrested? Probably. Yeah. With that kind of attitude, George, you're bound for the clink today.
Okay, what brought you over here today?
I was trying to get my ID and my social and my birth certificate. And she's not trying to give me that.
Okay, but obviously you've been here for a little bit. I mean, your shirt's off, you've been drinking, so you didn't want to just come over here to get something. So, like, how long have you been here?
For a while.
Okay. So, so a while, like an hour or 2 hours? Okay. How long have you guys been dating for?
Oh, man, we've been together for 2 years.
For like 2 years? Okay. Are you guys still dating right now, or are you broken up? Okay.
And I work right there at Ace.
You're not telling me what happened. And you're the one sitting in the back of a cop car right now.
I don't even know what happened.
Did she hit you?
All the time.
Who hit who first?
She does all the time.
So she hit you first?
All the time.
But today. I'm talking about today. You don't know if she hit you today? Huh? Do you have an ID on you?
She has it.
She has it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think he does get taken to jail. Well, look, law enforcement, as if I'm going to make a change. Listen, new world. I'm telling you right now, if you don't take care of you, you're in the wrong earth. Because you think, listen, new world, get used to it. Let me tell you something, right? Men do get abused. And also, it's inappropriate to be treating this man like that. George was just sleeping off the booze. He probably doesn't know what happened between him sleeping off the booze and her calling the cops. She was the demented one. You hear that, Sarah Boone fans? You know who I'm talking about. Ridiculous. The more I think about that comment, the more I'm like, what are we, 5? I can't be the only grown-up one here. There's no way. Whatever. Maybe she won't watch till this part. And if she does, she'll let me know. Anyway, and I probably would ignore it. But my whole point I'm trying to say is that what we just witnessed here is a quintessential English. It's the typical thing when it comes to domestic violence, is that it's always the woman who's in the right. And Sarah Boone used that. She knew and she knows that's what the law and the public opinion believes. And she used that to her advantage. I actually don't believe, according to the prosecution, that George misused 911. I think it's solely Sarah Boone who misused 911. George is too busy getting high and drunk and spending his half the time having diarrhea in the bathroom. And I say that because that's what alcoholics, please. Please, please, please. I don't know any personally, but I'm a molecular biomajor. I know how things work. Yeah, spent a lot of time in the bathroom. Oh, throw tomatoes. Look at that. Throw tomatoes. I'll dodge them all. Dodge. 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 Oh, is that a big red tomato? Dodge. Anyway, next segment. It's so ridiculous. Nobody can take a critic anymore. A criticism. Yeah. Oh my God, this new world. Wait, I'm still talking. No, next segment.
If you look in your, you wouldn't be leaving right now.
You told me I'm not going to get one. I love you. I don't know what it is that you're asking me for.
Okay, maybe he didn't get to it yet. So I'm looking to see it around. Oh yeah. It was the backside of this. If you get any more bruises that show up that you didn't see while we were here.
Can I show you all the other pictures that I have documented?
He's going to jail for this, so the rest of that I can't really do anything about. But if anything else shows up, you can go take that paper down to headquarters.
It's not going to be anything else because you're taking him down. Put him under the jail.
He's going.
Under the jail.
Okay. Where else up then?
What else do you, I could show you bloody fingers and bloody faces and black eyes and...
I know, it sounds like you guys need to probably not hang out with each other anymore.
Hello.
I know.
That's why I left him 3 weeks ago.
But this also isn't the first time, so. With both you guys, with the cops out here.
No.
Okay.
I've had to lie to you guys 3 times.
And you shouldn't have to do that, so let's make this maybe the last time.
Now I'm not lying.
Okay. And I appreciate that. Okay? And keep going. Okay?
They're going to come and tell me.
Who's that?
Just like I told the other sheriff, they're going to come and tell me.
Okay. If you...
I want you to know that. Look.
If you're in fear, are you talking about
Yes.
family?
Yes.
Okay. So
I want you to know, I am full blown. They're going to come and tell me.
go down to the courthouse, okay, and get an injunction against them. Did you get the pamphlet for the victims' rights pamphlet?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that there's a place for you to
They're
go tonight?
going to come and tell me.
Okay, so you got the victims' rights pamphlet, you know there's a place you can go tonight then? It's in the bed?
Domestic. I'm going to go sleep over her house.
Perfect.
Neighbors.
Okay. Do you have any more questions?
Can I get drunk?
This one. Not working. I get in trouble for that. Okay. Have a good day. Okay, that's good enough.
Don't touch him. What
Thank
is-
you. Okay.
I love it.
This one. Okay. Have a good day,
Look,
miss.
and whatever the fuck he says,
Okay,
tell him
yes,
to
okay.
be a dick. Hey, if y'all
Okay. Have a good night. Good night. Thank you. Okay. Have a good day. Okay.
tell them to thank you.
I love you. By the way, for anybody who needs to hear this, if you're drunk, everybody knows you're drunk. You think you can hide it because you're so cool. Oh my God, I've been drinking. I've been drinking. No, I'm totally fine. Yeah. Hi, my name is Alistair. Everybody knows you're drunk. Second, he's going to go to jail for this? What did he do? As far as I know, Mr. Officer, what investigation have you investigated? This is what I'm saying. You never know who you might fall under. And happened 2 times in my life where they just thought, oh yeah, this black person won't do anything. Thanks for the check. Throw him under the jail. Under the jail? Ladies and gentlemen, we have the purpose of a call. It wasn't anything other than she wanted him in jail. Because we see clearly certain disturbing things being exhibited. I will show you in the editing, but honey, it's too complicated. Just rewind and watch it, okay? All right? I'm not doing that extra work. No, what I'm trying to tell you is that as she's describing to the police officer, like, yeah, and last time I talked to you, I had to like 3 times about it. And that's why I'm leaving. And that's why I'm leaving him. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because this was all a master plan. She's boasting. She's boasting. And she's showing like a grandiosity of power. Look what I done. Look what I did. Look what I can do. It's like she's in a euphoric moment. Victims don't feel that. Victims don't feel that. Victims don't have true victims. They don't have that capability. That's the victim brain saps your self-esteem. Genuinely. Narcissist, I think she's a sociopath allegedly. Listen, sociopath don't even have to... No. Narcissists have self-esteem issues, but they're very good at hiding it and make you believe that they're great and beautiful and awesome. Only to the ones with trauma, not to fixed individuals. Sociopath or psychopath, pick one. It's a whole different story. You know, the sociopath are born, so they're like, not right. There's something genuinely different, like phenotype-wise, different. Psychopath is circumstances. Now you could argue, oh my God, her parents died very early in life, that's why she's a cuckoo and psycho. But no. I think she was born like that. I think she was born a lunatic. I do think so, right? And so she is having a victory lap, and her endorphins are shooting up. She feels almost drunk again, like, yeah, I did it, they believe me. And it's almost like she's subconsciously cheering for herself. Good job, Sarah, we did it. We're so smart. Oh my God, we're so smart. Oh my God, yeah, look at that. I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. Nobody's smarter than you. Even when you're drunk, you're so smart. You could get anybody you want. I only laugh because I've seen this before. Not on Sarah Boone, but I've seen this on people, I hire people. And I've seen this on people who come in like, they're the shit. And, the key to most things in life is not to talk. Oh, what? I'm not like this in real life. In real life, I'm like a stone. Because when you don't talk, the person is not able to read you accurately. And depending on what they are inside or genuinely looking for, they will try to do 2 things. First one is to make you believe something. The second one, they're just going to tell you, well, this is who I is, period. You want the second one. Because the person who will be like, no, I'm amazing, I'm great, most likely it's all grandiosity, my dears. And that's when you realize there's a lot of people who are just like, But no, have you ever spoken to someone who's educated and who knows where they is and they know where they stand? They don't give you fluff in real life. They're just like, yeah, oh yeah, oh great. They're not like, oh my God, last time I went to China and Thailand and I did all this stuff. Oh my God, and then yesterday, oh my God, yeah, I was so crazy. They go on and on and on and on and on and on. And when you stay stoic and don't respond, they feel like they failed. And so they put on the charm even more. It's so telling. Whatever. Look, officer, you got an F. But thank you for your service, though. I don't know who could do this job. Please. Florida sun as in like up there, the sun, responding to lunatic criminals, fear for your life. And also, I'm too skittish. I'm scared of everything. I could be a cop. They'd be like this. What is that? Is that a noise? Yep. Is it going for like the back of the house in the basement? Yep. Well, it's your house. You go. But I called you. I know you did. But it's your house. You go check it out. Let me tell you a funny story. It's not funny. So, in my neighborhood, there was. So I live in a very people are like, who is this, darling? Who is this? That's not here. Call 911, right? So it's public road and cars parked on the public road, and the neighbors were like, never seen this car before. Oh my God, we must be under attack. Call 911. So they call 911. I mean, I don't care. It's public road. Park whatever you want. So the police came, and they made the police walk every house and ask the owner, whose car is that? So they knock on their house, my house. First of all, I don't receive, don't come over here unless you tell me you're coming. Otherwise, I'm not opening the door. I have cameras everywhere. So I'm like, oh my God, Christopher, there's a cop coming over here. What's going on? So they're like, I'm under arrest. So Chris, midnight, by the way, midnight. So Chris is like, oh, shut up. And I go, well, you go answer the door. You're white. Oh, please throw tomatoes. As if we all know the reality of this world. So of course he's laughing. So he goes and opens the door. He's like, yes. And I'm sitting there like listening, ready to spring to action just in case I have to be like, get away, right? So the cop is like, whose car is this? I'm like, I don't know. Is that your car? I was like, no. Okay, but it's public road. Like, as if who cares? Like, I can't believe you answered to this 911 call. It's a public road. Anyway, so the guy's like, yeah, the neighbors that, anyway. Yeah, the neighbors called and they're like, what is that? But you know what? In the process of doing this, so, I live where I live. And then there's a big noise that we heard, and it went like this. Someone help me. Right? But it came from like the back of my property. And then I remember the cop was like, and we were all like, because it was pretty loud. Because when the cop came in, the door was open. So the front door was open. So we heard the noise. Okay. And so I go, okay, I know what I heard. I'm not that type of guy who's like, is it? Could be? No, honey, if I heard it, I heard it. There's no maybe. So I know what I heard. And I look at the cop, I said, you heard that too, right? He's like, yep. And then I said, what are you going to do, investigate? And I could tell he was like, well, it came from the back of your house. And I was like, I know. You're the cop. So there's like 4 of them, because there was 2 cop cars that came to investigate the random car parked on public road. Okay. So him and his buddies go through the front yard, and I'm like, just watch the trees, because I have an orchard. Don't step on my trees and my cabbage and, my carrots and my pots. No, be careful. And then we were watching them from the house, because when they left, honey, I closed the door. Like, a lot there. Get out of here. I don't know if that's real. But we were following them through the windows and be like, oh, okay. And they searched the whole house, but the doors were locked. They're like, oh, let me in. Like, no. There's a killer out there. Get out. It was really funny. It was absolutely ridiculously funny, because I could tell from their face, it was like, oh God, are we really good? It's dark. It's dark over there, and there's trees and there's critters and there's a brook and water, plenty of places to hide. Thank God I don't live in a criminal place, but it's easy to criminalize here if you really wanted to. But anyway, so when they're done, open the door and be like, anything? He's like, no, you're good. It's like, oh, thank you, officer. Well, good night. But I got to say I couldn't do the job. Because if I was the cop, I'd be like, no, that's your house. You go. Get out of here with that. I'm not going. I couldn't be a cop. I couldn't be a police officer. I couldn't be in the army. I said no to everything. They'd be like, Alistair, help me. I'm under attack. Alistair's home. Okay? Like, I'm not here. Court martials, fine, but I'm alive. Get out of here with that mess. Ridiculous. All right, back to Sarah. Next segment. I hope you enjoyed the little story. Listen, take the moment. If you're still watching, I hope you had a good giggle. Press like and subscribe. It really helps push this video to the masses. Because, you know, oh, honey, 2025. I need eyeballs. Thank you. Nice complex. I would live there.
What's up, bro?
It's Suitcase!
It is. So what happened? What's going on now?
Did this just happen?
What?
No.
No.
I said it earlier.
Oh no, when I moved in, we dropped it.
So who called?
So what's happening?
They're asking you, not me.
Yeah, you speak to him. I'll speak to you, man. Come here.
Sorry.
So you guessing you called for a reason, right?
24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you do realize he's here now, right? Have you been drinking?
I had a drink.
Okay.
It was raining.
I didn't drink. No, look at the door. I gotta keep an eye on my guy.
Okay, well,
Yeah, what's gonna happen? Yeah, I have to. He's here. Yeah, you can stay right here. You can stay right here. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know how to do it. You have to. We left earlier. We respected your wish. Yeah, we respected your wish earlier, okay? But he's here. Okay. That's the only reason. Yeah, I have to make it go. You can stay right here. He doesn't have to know. He doesn't have to know. He doesn't have to know. Oh, you can come back and stop ringing. It's just sprinkling. It's okay.
go whatever you want.
What's that?
Hey, but I'm literally begging you, no.
Yeah, but you know he's gonna have to. Stay.
Last week, we got into I guess a physical or whatever, I don't know. I got taken out of here without no shirt, no shoes or whatever.
And then you went and saw the judge, right?
Yes.
And what did he say?
The judge was like,
Was it a female or male?
female.
Female? Okay.
Yes.
What, you don't know what she said?
He was bad.
Yes. My head hurts. So easy. I'm like, no, grab. That's a dog. I know. No, this is a thin blue line bracelet.
Okay. And what was written on there?
Stop.
I did not get it.
We're not doing it.
At all.
You didn't get, did you get any form of paperwork?
I got paperwork, but I didn't get.
What was that paperwork for?
Paperwork was X.
And what does it say?
No.
With who? With who?
With her. But She never said anything like that. It was just the judge that put it.
The judge is the one that matters, right?
Is it?
Is she? I believe so. She's above us.
Is she above her?
She's the judge. She's the law. Okay.
Guys, you guys want to put me in. I have no.
Is my other guy here? Okay. So here's the deal, man. Your paperwork says that you can't have any contact whatsoever with her. Okay. And if you do, it's a new charge. Okay. So.
I like contact.
Have you been? Has she been drinking today? Have you been drinking? Okay. How long have you been here since?
I'm gonna be honest. You guys came here. She called me.
We know, because we went to your work of employment, and they told
they told us that you just left.
Yep, and we knew that. She called you. We knew that. We knew she called.
Oh, it's just she called me and said,
Yep.
"Where's they coming?"
You're correct. Okay, so you know what's gonna happen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Stand up. Stand up, Rockwell. You can take one last puff.
Yes. Please.
Yeah, one last. Go ahead. Okay. Just put it out real quick.
Alright. Wait, one more.
Wait, no, what?
Never make sure.
Come on, relax. 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 Okay. I want you to be on to it. I want you to know all around that.
Right, you promised.
I don't think they promised you that.
I think it was earlier.
Well, that was earlier. This is in transaction. Right?
I didn't call.
You didn't say you called.
See, I told you.
But you did you call him earlier?
See, I told you.
Because he just told us. And we know, the store told us.
I told you. Wait, is there anything that he can do?
You're good. You can stay right there.
No, is there anything that he's not?
No, man, you know he has no contact order by the judge. He can't be here.
Okay. That's sometimes.
Yeah, but
You need help for anything?
no, we don't. We have our information already. So here's what's gonna happen, bud. You're gonna take the ride back down, and because it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're gonna see a judge tomorrow morning. You'll be able to see her today. It might be the same judge that gave you no contact order. Okay? That's it. From here on out, bud, until that case is resolved, you cannot come here. Okay? Or have contact with her, even if she invites you. Okay? She called us earlier and told us that you guys had a no contact order. Okay? She didn't want anything. Charge, nothing. So we told her because it's domestic, instead of what it has to. Okay? So, alright, bud? Just make sure he's got nothing on him. Hey, do you have anything on you, alright, bud? No, okay. We'll make it as cordial as it can be. Okay? We promise, man, alright?
Okay. By the way, just so we're clear, this is 3 days. 3 days after the last video we saw, where she was like, I am done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm smart, Sarah. I got him. I'm done. And then look, and then she set him up, pretty much. So you mean to tell me he was brought to jail with almost no investigation and he got a no contact order? Oh, it's because they couldn't afford a lawyer. Oh my Lord. What do you mean no contact order? I live here. I'm on the lease. All right. It's a he said, she said situation. You wait till I sober up. I don't even understand. Look. I don't even understand. So she's like, I like contact. We don't know who called. I didn't quite understand this from the video, but she said she didn't call the police. I don't think George would call the police, so maybe the neighbor. And quite frankly, if I was a neighbor and I was like, oh my God, here they are again, I'm calling 911. I'm calling the police. I don't want to deal with that. I pay my rent not to deal with that. And once again, landlords, it's your responsibility to keep the peace. And tenants, it's your responsibility to maintain the peace. Just because you rent here doesn't mean that you disrupt your neighbor. We live in a civil society. I'm the worst neighbor. Not for the reason you might think. Just like I call my friends out for being stupid and I say no to every order from mankind. If you're annoying, if you misbehave, I'm the neighbor. What are you doing? Oh my God. Chris, am I calling 911 again? That's me. If you don't know how to behave, I have no interest in being around you, okay? So, I have one life to live. I don't want no freaking headache. Do you know how much taxes I pay? I'm not paying all these taxes just to deal with your problems. Not your mind. Behave. If your mom didn't teach you how to behave, I'll send you my bill and my hourly rate. Are you crazy? Anyway, this story is already annoying the hell out of me. You know why it's annoying the hell out of me? Because she's hell of annoying. And she was able to bamboozle police and the whole court system. Wow. Florida hired me. Yeah. To do what? I have no idea. Anyway, so on a serious note, I understand and I see now why we're seeing this video in that particular order. Because the prosecution is creating a story. And I think I understand the story. I'll tell you what the story is. But first, like, subscribe. Anyways. Damn it. Let me tell you what the story is. Because you might say to yourself, like, oh my God, like, prosecution, you're showing stuff that are, like, so damning. Like, oh my God. He's being arrested and he seems belligerent and all that stuff, right? Maybe. But what the prosecution is showing in just those 3 videos, he's showing us 3 things. The first one is that she is a primary instigator of 911. The second one is that despite the toxic relationship and despite her showing voluntary acknowledgement that they shouldn't be together, yet here they are again. In the same token of the second point, why they're together again is because she was also very drunk. Drinking was part of their life. And the third point, the prosecution is smarter. The prosecution, I see you move, sir. Genius. I understand the story. Wow. Oh, wait, sorry. Third point from this video is that she is enabling George to break a no contact order, which means she has a lot more control. It's showing her in the light of control. It's painting her in the light of she is the one moving the pawns. And George doesn't have a say. George's voice is muted. I have to say, this is not easy to put together to create this particular story, because I'm sure there's plenty of videos, but he picked those ones specifically in that order, I believe, because he is painting a story to the jury of her character. Now, honey, this is why he's a state prosecutor. This is why he is who he is. Listen, money can get you good. Listen, money goes a long way in law. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Hey girls, advice. Don't marry for love, it's stupid. No, marry for money. For money, get a lawyer. But he ain't got a judge. Can you imagine the judge as the husband? He knows all the law of the lawyers and he controls the pawns. Like, you go over here, you go over here, you go over here. Yeah. What am I talking about? My brain is starting to turn off. That's what's happening. All right. Can I curate this further? Because how much more do I have? Oh God, I have a lot more. I'm talking so much. I'm talking so much. I'm talking so much. All right. All right. Again?
Oh, I have been here.
Yeah, I thought you looked familiar.
Because the last time I was here, you guys had a fight at the bar. And you
No,
were home, I thought.
No, we
Or
haven't.
he came home from a bar. Someone came home from a bar. Hey, who's that? Jorge, George?
Yeah, watch out for the blind one. Is she there? She's dead. Can you just get that? No problem.
Jorge is just trying to take a nap. I don't understand this.
Go, sis.
Okay, come on, George. Off couch.
What, babe? No, they're not staying on there.
Okay. I know you think this is playtime.
No.
No, baby.
Sarah, are you serious?
Yeah, I don't want being punched in the neck.
Are you kidding?
Told you I will not hesitate.
That's okay.
Setting up here, 2 more, money, my time.
Alright, hold on. Because I won't get back outside. Speak for gloves.
Oh, he's nice enough to actually give you your shoes from last time.
Ma'am, you want to get your ID from me?
Yes.
She's like, shut up.
Did you have a wallet you want to bring with you or a cell phone? No. Alright.
Sarah, are you serious? Sarah, are you kidding?
Punch me in the neck again.
Sarah, are you serious?
Am I allowed to shut my door to knock something out?
Yeah, you can. I'll be right back with you.
We're going to go pop down here.
Okay.
Can you grab the paperwork?
Yeah.
We're going to sit right there and punch up. And now you're going to go. Don't go nowhere, alright?
Oh,
You sure you don't want me to watch him?
You can, come on. That'll work too.
She's the one that hit me, and I'm the one that just like her.
Well, let's just get down to the bottom of it, okay?
Alright. George, I want to talk to you. I want to ask some questions. I have you in handcuffs, so I've got to read you something real quick, okay? Do you understand?
Yes.
Alright. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used in a court as evidence against you. You are entitled to talk to an attorney now, have him present now, or at any time during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, will be appointed for you without cost. Do you understand these rights as I've read them to you?
Yes.
Let me check. At any point hereafter you wish to remain silent and have an attorney present, all questioning will stop. Do you understand that? So even if you want to talk to me at first and you change your mind, just let me know. Okay?
Shut up.
Alright. Has anyone at any time threatened, coerced, or promised you anything in order to induce you to make a statement? Have I promised you anything? Have I bribed you? Have I said, hey, if you tell me, give me a statement? Has any of that happened? No. Okay. Do you understand these rights as I've read them to you? Yes. Alright.
Okay, I'm going to go there. This is actually quite difficult to watch. I'm going to go there. All right? And you could think whatever you want to think. Okay? All of these cops didn't even view George as human. I've said it. They came with a preconceived notion. Let me explain to you how that went. Let's go allegedly. Hello, Officer 911. My name is Sarah Boone. I'm being beat again. Oh, guys, it's Sarah Boone. Oh, my God. You go. No, you go. No, you go. As they drive, that Jorge guy, skinny, hacking. I don't understand. Probably making fun of him. Oh, yes, I'm going to go there. Because there's not an ounce of human decency from those cops. Dignity. Where's the dignity? So now what? What is this? You just make a phone call and just believe it? Oh, must be nice to be a woman, I guess. Right? I guess it has its perks. Just show up and arrest me? I want you to pay attention to one thing. This is someone's son, someone's father. This is a broken man. This is someone who's so broken, he is lost. And you know what? You might say to yourself, like, where's mom and dad? Where's the brother and sisters? Understand that after a certain age, here in America, it's 18 plus. But really, in reality, 18 plus, you're really a kid, right? It's just a way to tell you to pay taxes. Anyway, long story. But in reality, after a certain age, your family is, we're all powerless. Nobody can force you to do anything. I can't physically grab you and get you out of it. I can't. You're not a kid. You're not 17. Even as a teenager, you cannot legally, but how the hell believe you can maybe muster a few things. But if you're a 40-year-old, who's going to go out there and swoop you out? So there's no family like that. He coming from the family, everybody. Your loved ones are powerless. This is why domestic violence or abuse, it is so traumatic because it's a systematic abuse of you. You lose everything. And because people's lives have to move on. I got to go to work. I got to pay my bills. And I have a wife or a husband and I go to play and enjoy myself and watch a movie and go to the club and party. And if I'm the niece and nephew, I don't have time for you growing up. So I'm going to go to the club and meet some boys and hang out. You end up being alone and you're forced to come back to the only thing you know and hoping things will change. That is how the victim brain is molded. It's Stockholm Syndrome on steroid. It actually changes the physicality, right, of your brain. It's not the same. Even when you leave the abuse, you're not the same. You are physically not the same. Even if George wanted to, he couldn't. He couldn't. And law enforcement failed him. Because the only people here who have the muster to do anything radical is the law enforcement. But no, instead, they dot on him. They pile on more. Doubting him. Treating him like he's nothing. Like, oh my God, stop crying. They may not have said it, but body language speaks more than words. Right? You see that tongue pop? It's an affectation. It's like explanation point. Period. Comma. Right? Ooh, my eyeballs. I'm tired. Wait, hold on 1 second. I'm tired. But you get my point. My eyes were like, stop it, relax. Maybe it's the migraine again. I've been getting migraines lately. Oh my God, please. Aging is terrible. Mother Nature cruel joke. You're aging. It's terrible. Anyway, I can't watch any more of this. This is abusive. It's completely abusive. Like, we're watching him being abused by Sarah, being abused by the police, being abused by the system. Oh, poor mother. Looking at her grown son cry. Looking back thinking, what could I have done? What could I have done? There's nothing you could have done. There's nothing you could have done. This is emotionally draining. Oh my God. This is why I cannot wait till Friday, the live, because I'm not doing this on Friday. I'll tell you right now, there's a live going on at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You show up expecting some criminalities, please have several seats. You can just get out. Come in, have a seat, and talk to me. I'm not dealing with criminals. I want to have a good time. I want to laugh. Only for 1 hour, and maybe talk a little bit more about, hopefully, you. I've done this before a while ago, and I remember I had such a great time. 2025, I'm having fun only. Now, who is he going to complain to? It's Florida. Good luck trying to get justice. At least I was in Jersey. There's some rules here. All right.
So, what were you two fighting about tonight?
We weren't fighting at all.
Okay.
Yes,
Were you
he's
fighting?
fighting her.
I'm going to take that in there so that. I'll take the statement and get the statement done.
Oh, with him?
Huh?
From him?
No, for her.
Okay.
That way you sort this out while you're 10-4 with him.
Sarah.
I'll get her information from her.
Okay.
Okay, listen. So why are you so angry now? What up?
Nothing.
Okay, can you explain the bruises she has? Those don't come from nowhere.
Right. Wifey is nuts, and she always freaking starts stuff. And she. That's what I'm asking. I'm telling you what happened. She puts it on me. Okay. She puts it on you all the time. Oh, you're not. None of that gives me any insight as to what happened tonight. Nothing. Both are very big. She's very big. You're very big. Any more than big. What is she being big about? I can't discuss what she's discussing until you discuss to me. Right?
We just want to hear your side of things, but
Everybody wants to hear my side.
Yeah.
All the time.
George, I didn't know you. Okay. Because this isn't the first incident between you two.
This is the first time. Look at that. Oh, everybody wants to hear my side. This is the first time. This is the first time that they've actually spent enough time and ask inquisitive questions to draw it out. This is a broken man. This is a man with so little self-esteem, he can't even defend himself. This is all I see is victim brain written all over it. This is beyond just Stockholm Syndrome. Had he survived this abuse, he would have never been the same. Ever. 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 Defeated, slouch, exhausted, cornered by beefy dudes. Unbelievable.
Oh, I know
She's
that.
been arrested as well, hasn't she?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me what happened. Y'all drinking?
Yes.
Both of you?
Yes.
Okay. I can smell alcohol on her. So I know that's, I already knew that, obviously. But
We've been going through a lot. Right now, I work at Ace right here, across the street. We're going through a lot, and they're about to shut down and whatnot.
the Ace?
Yes.
Okay. We just tell her no something.
Oh my God.
There's you can't drink that for right now? Oh, you can't come in here for right now. Okay, you're gonna have to
Oh
wait.
my God.
Give us a couple minutes.
She walked in to control the narrative. So she probably called the cop on him, and because they took her out, she's like, what is he saying? What is he saying? She's trying to control the narrative, and like a Chucky doll knocking on the door like, ding dong, it's me. Can I get some water? I can't. You can't even make this up. I don't understand. I can't. I can't.
But I'm not gonna.
Are you injured in any way?
No.
No. Did she injure you today? Did she hurt you? Mentally, maybe emotionally, or whatever?
No.
Any physical injuries? No?
I'm the one. I'm always the one.
I want you to pay attention to that. Again, this is a perfect case of victim brain. It's a term, by the way. His brain is not like me and yours. It's been changed by trauma. Certain words are triggering a pause in his thought process. You know what that is? He is thinking in a way to protect his master. It's Stockholm Syndrome on steroids. And so you see how he pauses when he's asking, did she hurt you today? There's a pause. The answer is yes. But he has to word it in a way where it will not come back to haunt him, because in his mind, he's protecting his master. Another thing also is that we don't really get so far to really what happened on his side of the story. It's not because he doesn't want to talk. You see, the officers it's like pulling teeth just to get him to say, yeah, she hurt me today. These guys are not trained for that. Their job is to go in there and point the gun and pretend to do an investigation. I said it. But they're not trained to sit there and be a therapist. So the patience is probably going to run really thin. I guarantee that. Yeah, let's see what happens. I guarantee that. Because I'm like, they're probably like, what time is this? 1 a.m. Why are we doing here in the same house? No, they're not there for that. They're probably eye-rolling really hard in the back of their head. And they don't look at this man as a normal human being. Well, I've already established that. The whole police station probably laugh at him, allegedly. And they don't really see him as like, whatever, right? So he's a joke already behind their head.
You're the only one saying that. You're saying that.
I'm always the one.
But you're the only one saying that. Nobody here's saying that. But if you don't help me, how can I help you? If you don't tell me what happened, how can I help you?
That's my woman.
Okay. Sometimes that's what it is. Is that as much as you want to give me?
What's he saying?
Jorge, I can't say that. If you're not going to tell me what's happening, I'm not going to tell you what she told me just so you can know exactly what it says. I can't feed you information. Why don't you ever call us?
Why?
Why not?
Would you call you? Would you call?
Look, I've never been in that position, so I can't say.
That is your beefcake.
It ain't like that. My girlfriend's small, but she's crazy, so.
I am. What am I going to say? I'm actually wrong right now.
You're in the wrong right now?
Yes.
No matter what way you're saying you're in the wrong? No matter what way you cut it?
No way, shape, or form, you know that I am.
I can respect the responsibility because most guys won't even take responsibility.
You're going to take me in no matter what.
Hey, well,
broken. The police officer, and now this is the different one, right? But this one in particular is noticing something. His brain is like, something is a little off here, right? And but George is not. He's not budging because he's tired. He's emotionally drained. It's the same story, and every time nobody listens to him. The justice system doesn't listen to me. You know, I personally believe, and not everybody's built like that you control your own destiny. I know that I was born with this particular kind of brain. I don't have the brain to be woo 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 woo. So I cannot see myself in a situation like this. But just like not everybody can be astronauts and doctors, not everybody is built like this. And I say all this to say, because as much as I want to be like the system failed you, the system cannot accommodate everybody's differences. So in the same token, no, the system didn't fail him. I don't know who's to blame, because the family is also not quite to blame. People do the best they can with what they got when they raise children. The thing here is that narcissists are very good at pinpointing people that they can control. If you find yourself in a relationship with a narcissist, chances are that you need to do a lot of work on yourself. They don't hang out with people like me. I've said it. They don't, it annoys them. People that ask too many questions, why? People who don't want to see the facts, people that don't just swallow the story, people who remember and be like, but wait a minute, last week you told me this, so how is it this week? They don't like this kind of people. So we don't get past the first trial. We get ghosted. Yeah. And it has nothing to do with you as a person. It's just, they are very good at sniffing people out like that. And as we're watching this, because this is a complete train wreck, the natural reaction is to be like, how, you know? But the truth of the matter is just narcissists are dangerous. And the only way to defend yourself, the only way to have a defense against an unpredictable enemy is to be educated. That's the only way. Not educated like you know, educated of the signs, right? He has been so abused to the point where he doesn't even think he is worthy of just saying, she hurt me emotionally. This is draining. I'm so drained. My eyeballs are like, Alistair, we're going to close 90 seconds. Oh, okay. How much of this? This is going to be like hours long. 2 hours recording almost. Oh my God, this is terrible. All right, press like, subscribe. Let's continue. Wait, I have to curate this. I cannot be here for another, what? How long? What? Another hour? What? Okay, no. We have to curate this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're going to curate it right now.
Whenever you leave the house, just let me know where you're going.
And you're gonna let me leave?
Yes. Just let me know where you're going.
And I get to leave the house?
Yes.
Exit?
Just let me know where you're going so at least I know where you're at.
Anything else you'd like to add?
I love you.
So it's not yank me back in the house and sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up?
No.
Yank.
No. Just let me know where you're going so I know where you're at. So if you don't come back
There's no certain time. You don't have to come home at a certain time because I'm not. You're grown up. I just want to know that if it does surpass a certain time, that's like shit. Where's she at? I know where you told me you were going to be at. So that way I can go.
So I'm not allowed to have friends.
Yes, nobody said you can't have friends.
I can just go see Boo.
You can go see whoever. I just don't want you to go frolicking with male friends by yourself because you know what's happened already. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So I get to go see Boo.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh.
I get to go see Boo.
I don't care about Boo. You can go to see Boo. Do you understand what I'm saying though?
She's instigating. First of all, who are you recording me like that all the time? This coaster, you have no idea what this coaster is. First of all, heavy. Anyway, listen. I got an itch. Oh, sorry. She cheated. Wasn't she the one who's like, I don't want him to watch, sexual adult content? Girl, you cheated. Oof. You could see in George's eyes that there was a need. I'm going to say need. I was going to say want or desire, but there was a need of a normal relationship. He liked her, but the victim brain, you can't tell, right? You don't know where it's at. But in his mind, he wanted a sense of normal coupling. It's not unreasonable to ask your significant other, can you please give me text tabs of where you are? Also, it's not unreasonable to ask a significant other not to cheat. Oh my God. He was just reasonable. I don't even understand. I didn't even look at the date on that one. I don't want to go back. But she took the phone and recorded. To prove what? To prove a point? And see how she's instigating? Like, sit down and shut the fuck up. Right? She's instigating. She's like trying to be like, look how aggressive he is. He's like, what? He's so far from aggressive. Although his eyes became a little bit like, oh, I clutched my pearls when he was like, but you cheated, if you know what I mean. I was like, oh, okay, George, okay, yeah. But, ooh, I have a cough. Please, I can't get sick. All right, today I'm going to dress really warm, gargle with salt water. Who I got in contact with? I don't understand. I'm not disorganized. I have an operating flow and I have a systems. And the crazy thing is that, the reason why I call myself the king of system, which is very narcissistic of me, is because I leverage my mental condition. So if you don't know, I'm going to tell you, I'm able to compartmentalize and switch like this, like a robot, like a machine. And not only that, I have an amazing photographic memory. You see these notes? I know exactly where I am in time and space. So as I'm talking to you, going through the situation, I know where what is written where. If I need to double check, I go there. So I know I look disorganized. I'm extremely organized. Extremely organized. Yeah. I got a tickle in my throat. Oh my God. Okay, time to gargle. Gargle. I mean, yeah, it's not that bad to ask you the same way. Don't cheat. My brain wants to go there, but I'm being mindful of who's watching me. I have to save it for the Let's Talk. I can't divulge all that right here. Besides, it's 2 hours later. If you're still here, hi, like, subscribe. All right.
So what is it you come up and do? What time is it right now? It's 1:20 a.m.
Okay. I haven't bothered you since then. I just go to sleep.
But didn't I tell you before at 9:30 to not bother me at all?
Yes.
Because why?
You have to work tomorrow.
Nope. Because I've been up since 4 a.m. since yesterday when you fucked with me.
Yes, right.
I know how much vodka was in that bottle. And what's the bottle now?
Kind of to throw it out.
What does that mean?
One more drink.
The bottle's empty. I know how much vodka was in there. Enough for 2 people to have a really good time. And who drank it? I want it to be documented that I'm leaving you, which means that you're getting out. You're getting out. You're getting out.
Nobody's leaving nobody. Stop.
And the reason why you were even downstairs and weak enough to get drunk was because you don't give a shit about me. You don't listen to what I say. Special things that I keep on my front page of my phone so I remember to tell you about it because of how special and fun it is. I always bother you. I always bore you. You don't listen to me. Yesterday was my first day at work, remember? And I ended up 90% hearing about your day and 10% about mine.
You don't bother me or anything. So sometimes you just you overwhelm me. That's the problem. You overwhelm me.
By telling you about my first day at work?
No, dude, you just overwhelm me about every other thing too. It's not just, first day at work.
So I'm overwhelming you by telling you about the 4th highest paid baseball player. That's a client of ours.
I'm not starstruck.
I don't even know who the guy is.
I don't need.
So the reason why, so you fully admit now that you didn't care and you did brush me off in the car. Midway sentence. Because you're not into baseball.
No, I didn't. I'm just saying.
I want to go to sleep. Go downstairs.
Yeah. I know.
I'm leaving you. And I'm going to try and cancel plane tickets.
No.
Because I don't do special things for people like you that are doing it. It's like, to me, after I asked you at 1:21 in the morning,
I'm not doing it.
I wanted to be asleep. I wanted to stay asleep, which is why I got into bed at 8:30.
I know, I'm not doing it.
I told you not to step foot in the bedroom. So what do? Nonetheless, you're drunk. The amount of alcohol, I know how much was alcohol. I know how much was in there. That's why I could smell you in the bed before you actually got me up. I can smell you from here. You're despicable.
I'm not despicable. I'm not even doing anything.
Leave me alone.
Okay.
You're not going to remember shit. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not doing nothing right now.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
I'm not doing nothing to you.
You do everything to me all the time. All the time. Heartache and pain is what you cause me. Heartache and pain.
How is that?
Keep going. And I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. You get on your fucky little bike and go to fucky work tomorrow. Don't look at me. Don't come close to me. Don't touch me. Do you understand?
What do you mean?
As of this moment, and until I can get you out,
Get the fuck out of here.
I dare you. Yep, look at it. Wait, get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. I'm gonna scream bloody murder. I'm gonna scream bloody murder. I will scream bloody murder. Get away from me.
Dude, nobody's doing anything.
I'm gonna fucking hurt you.
Nobody's doing anything. And you're filming it.
Let me go.
Nobody's doing anything.
I'm asking you, George, to get away from me. Please get away from me. Get away from me.
Yeah, I am. That was your function, dude. Malfunction. No, your malfunction is you, dude.
Okay, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Holy shit, the whole hallway just reeks of you up here. First it's shit, now it's alcohol. Don't step foot in this bedroom. I can't even breathe. Like, it's disgusting. Like, it's disgusting.
Keep filming whatever the fuck you want. Good night, Sarah. Love you.
I don't love you. I don't like you. I don't want to be with you.
This is really hard to watch. So, when my father tried to kill my mom while I was on the phone, as he had his hands around her neck, squeezing the life out of her, and all of a sudden he let go and she gasped for air. To this day, my mom says, I'm not quite sure what made him let go. Because they were together, he had no idea that I was listening on the phone. But it's because narcissists love control. In that moment, he was telling my mother, I can kill you if I want to. And for today, I choose not to. What you're just witnessing, or what we just witnessed, is a drunk man, right? Because drunk is just part of the MO. Trying to get to bed. I mean, his name's on the lease. And she was like, no, you're not sleeping here. Then you go downstairs and sleep on the couch. What is this idea that, you're not sleeping in the bedroom? You don't want to sleep with me? That's fine. You can go over there and sleep on the floor, on the couch. I'm going to bed. And besides, by the way, let me tell you something. When you go to bed and you close your eyes and you smuggle and turn and wiggle, That's your most vulnerable. If I'm going to go and lay down and close my eyes and there's any inclination of violence in any way, shape, or form before in the past, that's it, it's over. If I get to a point where I have to think, should I go to bed or not, it is the end. Because I'm not about to sit around thinking I might going to be stabbed or lock my door when I'm falling asleep. What? Falling asleep somewhere is your most vulnerable state. No creature sleep in an unsafe spot. No creature, no biological creature recovers in a spot that's like dangerous. Everyone looks for shelter. Even the bacteria, darlings, they look for shelter. That's your body. Like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? That right there tells you he was not safe. I mean, we all knew that, but, you know, I'm just telling you a little bit how my brain is thinking, but you know, and connecting a dot and a connection between my father, so the experience that I have under my belt, okay? Not only as a molecular biologist, but as someone whose mother had to deal with something like that, okay? Now, I told you they're dangerous, and domestic violence always escalate. If you find yourself in a domestic violence situation, it's just a matter of time before someone, I hate to say it, statistics don't lie. If you stick around, maybe one of you, and maybe both of you. Who knows? It's just Russian roulette at this point. And you know, also, if you were to tell me, you know, like, Alistair, you suck, you're terrible. Like, you know, I have a few commenters who are like, you're so distracting, you're so annoying, you're not a journalist, you know what you're talking about, get your facts straight, this is not for the fan, what kind of fan, you're getting misleading, YouTube does has rules against that, you know. Let me tell you something. When I go to bed at night, I'm good. Are you? Because the thing is that when someone says you something, it literally goes right over the shoulder. Like, I can live without it. But when your husband or spouse says something, it's heavier. It's heavy. If my spouse tells me, F you, Alistair, oh, what happened? If you tell me F you, I'm like, all right, thanks. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about it. So, yeah, I can go spend a moment with myself in my hand. Do you know what I mean? So, all those berating words, cut. He was literally being cut 1,000 times. And that's how she eroded his self-esteem, because he had moments. You could see he had moments that he was trying to create a normalcy of, like, boyfriend and girlfriend. Let's have fun. Like, we're together. Let's have fun like boyfriend and girlfriend do, you know? Ooh, my final thought is going to be so big. That's what he said. I'm exhausted. What time is it? Oh my God. This video is long as hell. Oh my God. Okay.
We keep going on. Okay. How about this? When beautiful Lucas is here, we don't listen to none of that. I don't want to hear sirens. It's just beep, 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 all that, whatever. I want to listen to that. It's every single day. Beeping and we hear enough of it out here in reality.
Are you gonna be nice tonight?
Yes. Yes. I promise you, I used to
Go for a walk.
by myself.
Yes.
No.
Go for a walk.
No, I'm just gonna chill out. If that's the case, I'll just chill out. So much like this.
Don't ever be a woman.
How can I be a woman?
Don't ever.
I can't. But I can somewhat understand.
Don't ever.
I can somewhat understand. Somewhat understand. I can somewhat understand, yes, where you're coming from. But when you have a child and it's like right now, this is too much. But we had a blast with him. Amazing.
Then you got out of sorts and pushed me, and he stole my phone and told Brighten.
Why you said that? I got out of sorts.
You pushed me.
I pushed you. I didn't push you. How do I get out of sorts all of a sudden? I don't want to hear it.
You drink too much, and you're upset.
Drink too much.
Go get your fuck card shaped.
What are you talking about?
Your retard paper. Don't hit women.
Have I hit you? No. So where are you going with this?
I'm turning this off.
Tell me whatever else you have off. Okay. You can film me, take a picture of whatever you want.
You can tell you're automatically drunk.
I'm not doing.
Do I ever get a flag? No, I don't.
I'm not doing anything to you.
No, I
Sarah.
never do.
I'm not doing anything to you, Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Sarita. I'm not doing anything to you.
Yet.
It's not yet. I will not.
So you can see, so he said, beautiful Lucas, that's the son. And he mentions pretty much that, hey, can we at least, when Luca is around, be somewhat normal? Stop calling the cops. Stop making up stories that I beat you and stuff like that. And she gets upset with that. And she goes, go be a woman. I mean, go for a walk and don't be a woman. And like, you hit me? He's like, no, what are you talking about? I'm not hitting you. You know what this reminds me of? Now that I think about this, I think her recording those videos is she was creating evidence. She was creating a dossier in her head and collecting videos to manipulate evidence for potentially the day when she kills him. All of this could potentially be her creating and collecting fake evidence according to her brilliant mind, what evidence looks like, so she can document it all for the day when she's going to go and kill him. Because in every video, she's trying to portray him as the aggressor, and he's not. You know, with my parents' case, that's exactly what happened. It's scarier than ever, you know, because in my father's and mother's situation, my father is smart, wealthy, vindictive, and people under his payroll, if you know what I mean. I'll tell you the story in a Let's Talk, because I'm losing my brain cells. This is emotionally draining. I'm slowly feeling myself sucked dry. That's what he said. Oh, my Lord. How much more? I keep saying that 2 times. Like, is this going to be a 3-hour recording video? Are you out of your mind? Alistair, dépêche-toi, mon chéri. Dépêche. Okay.
8 modified 2/2/2020, 11:42 p.m.
Hi, my fan. This is what happens. Are you going upstairs to ask for my car keys, are? Because it takes you all the time. Where are my car keys? Where are my car keys? Where are my car keys?
Where are you with that? What are you talking about?
No, they're not. You took them.
Sarah, I didn't take your car keys. David,
Where are my car keys?
where they at? All the time. What in the world are you talking about? They're in the... They're there with it.
No, they're not.
Sarah. They're at the...
No, they're not. You took them. And watched you walk away with them.
Why would I take your freaking car keys?
Oh, you're not gonna curse now?
What are you talking about?
You took my car keys.
I didn't take your car keys.
You did.
So, one thing to note here, when she started her little recording of this thing, she said, "Hello, my fans. This is what you get." It doesn't even matter. So she filmed just to show to her fans. All right. And George, just like a dutiful boyfriend who's actually interested into his girlfriend. But you can't tell because it's the victim brain. He's like, "Okay, I'll help you find your car keys." And she woke him up for no reason. She knew where the car keys were. And even if you're looking for car keys from your significant other or girlfriend's back, maybe you ask once and then you just figure it out. You don't just make them get up and look for the car keys. Do you know what I mean? At least I wouldn't. I'll just take the Uber. No, it's all about control. Let's get to my final thought, because the prosecution, stellar. Okay, look. I see the story the prosecution has created, and it's absolutely clever with how he goes about it. This is how it starts. The prosecution showcases that Sarah Boone is no stranger to calling 911. Matter of fact, she does it very often. 2 days later, a month later, almost, if you average it out, on a bi-weekly basis. This is just based on my little thing here. Yeah. So 911 is on her speed dial, darling. Another important thing that the prosecutor is trying to showcase is that when the police is around, it is a different Sarah. It's the victim Sarah. It's the Sarah that... Right? And then we move on to the home videos. And then we see the real Sarah. Genius. And the reason why I believe the prosecution went with that is because the prosecutor wanted to make sure you don't make the difference and you make a clear distinction between the abuse of the 911 number and the distinction of the behavior. Genius. And those videos, I only look for a few, but I'm assuming he's not that stupid, are probably chronologically ordered in series of events, and it paints the picture so clear that he was the victim. Matter of fact, I question if he even injured her at all. I question everything. well done, because the story is clear. And listen, if it was not in that particular order, it may not have been very clear, because the order matters. Because had he put the home videos before the police videos, it would have changed the narrative and the scenes of event completely. Good job, prosecution. I see very clear the story you painted without uttering a single word. And that is what hits as a jury. That's what makes the most sense. He led you to that conclusion yourself. I love smart people. Like, I get a hard-on for intellect. You have no idea. There's nothing more of a turn-off than... There's nothing more than a turn-off, but intellect is sexy. I mean, I'm married. But had I been single, look at me committing infractions. Yeah. I love how this was put together. Like, I love that. Like, this is so cool. I win. I'm sold. Anyway. This was absolutely draining. All right. Well, you know what? Thank you for being... Listen, it's not the end. This is the last talk. We shall be very quick. Okay? I'm exhausted. I'm mentally so drained. I don't have any energy left to even blink. I lied. I'm so ridiculous, aren't I? Oh my God. Press like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the last talk. Let's go. Welcome to the Let's Talk, where I take off where I just relax and talk to you a little bit more. Listen, press like and subscribe. I know I say that all the time, but it's very important if you got to this point. But you know what? People who get to this point, because this video is so long, that means you really enjoy it. Press like. Thanks. So let me tell you, my experience when it comes to my father and my mom, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, you know, I keep a lot of stories to myself. I'm 39 years old. I've lived a very hard life, and I've experienced a lot, period, okay? Most 39-year-olds didn't live the life I lived, all right? So I'm happy to be alive, and that's why I smile every day. But I do think the reason why I'm alive is because of my condition, my undiagnosed mental condition. You can call it bipolarism, you can call it ADHD. I've had to learn to deal with it really all my life, and now that's just who I am, and I love it, right? But I do think that the structure of my conditions has allowed me to stay alive. That's it. Now, when it comes to my mother and father, for what I just talked to you about, my father, before the incident when he actually choked her and almost killed her, let me give you a quick backstory. You know, they lived in separate places, okay? And they saw each other 2 weeks at a time. My father was based in Canada. My mom was based here in the U.S. And every 2 weeks out of every month, they would travel and spend time with one another. Why 2 weeks? Because that was the time frame that they were like, oh, I can't stand you. Goodbye. 2 weeks, right? It was an unusual arrangement, but that's just the way it was. Now, before my father actually went in and choked her to death, well, she's still alive, but was like, did the deed, he went on a smearing campaign for her mental capacity. Now, it went on for about 2 years, and this is how it started. It started like this. He sent an email to the family. He's like, oh, by the way, your mom has been very stressed lately. And my mom was like, I'm fine, because she's also part of the email chain, right? She's like, what are you talking about? No, I'm not stressed at all. It started very small like that. And then he took her out the email chain, and we didn't realize it till later, right? And then he built up a dossier about her mental state, of how she is having psychosis, and she is so stressed, and she can't think. She's depressed. He created this whole story without my mom knowing, because he removed her from the email chain. And so consequently, we were very worried. And so we were like, Mom, are you okay? She's like, I'm fine. Because in the same token, he would say in the email, don't tell your mama this, don't tell your mom this, but we have to help her out. Now, where does it get so much worse, guys? You know, as most couples do, you give power of attorney to your spouse and a whole bunch of other stuff. And my father had the ability to institutionalize her without her consent, so to speak. But he needed to get the approval of a doctor. And this is where a lot of people was paid under him. And one of the things is like she needed to go to the doctor and, and see it. And how do you get someone who's perfectly sane to go see a doctor for the crazies, right? And so he was like, "Yo, by the way, I make an appointment with a doctor." And she was like, What? Thanks, I'm a grown lady. I can make my own appointment. He's like, No, it's a special doctor. She's like, "What kind of doctor is it? Where am I going?" He didn't want to say the name, but it's kind of hard to drag someone to a doctor if they're fine. And so she inquired, "Who is this? What appointment did you make for me?" And he gave the doctor's name, and he realized it was a psychiatrist, someone. She's like, "Why am I going to see a psychiatrist?" And so, because my mother was battered and abused, she went just to appease. And arriving there, you have to file paperwork and documents, right? Like, how do you feel today? Happy, depressed, like, what's the mood? And my father was forcing her and coaching her to do stuff. Write depressed, write anxiety, write this. And she said, none of those things. My father got mad. He was like, "You better do it, or else." And she said, "Then or else it is. I'm not writing that." She got up and left. That's why I always think my intellect is from my mom and my attitude is from my mother. It's not from my dad. My dad is too stupid. No, he's not. Damn it. He's not stupid. He's one of the very rare smart narcissists. Yeah. So that plan failed. How do we know how do we know about the whole payment situation? The trial happened. Listen. When she got home, she was very flustered. And she had a stomachache when she got home. And I remember I was like, "Oh, what's going on? How did it go?" And that's when she was like, "What do you mean? Wait, how did you know?" And we didn't know she was off the email chat. And they were like, "Oh yeah, like Dad told me you go to the doctor, through the email." Ta-da! Here lies the biggest red flag. It was the first inclination of at least me starting to pay close attention and documenting the extent of his capabilities. And then I told my mom right away, I said, "Wait, you didn't know about this? Wait, what happened?" And I said to my mother, I said, "That's not normal. And keep an extra eye on that." And that's when I started documenting everything. The real reason why my father lost the trial is because I pretended like, yeah. I was documenting and classifying all those emails he was sending because it's been added for years. I kept it all. My siblings was like deleted. No. It was classified, itemized, highlighted based on the subject. I'll tell you, I'm organized. You can't out-process me. I'm organized. So at the court, eventually, as you guys know, I don't want to rehash it. It became very complicated and convoluted and very difficult. And then that's when, forensic this, forensic that, and it turned quickly into a criminality situation because not only did he had hands in the government, and this happened in Canada, by the way, my father paid off some government employees, government officials, yeah, including bankers, yeah, IRS people, what? Yeah, The psychiatrist, listen, my father's under criminal investigation right now. Absolutely. And those are government employees fired. Until the investigation is finished. And it's more intricate than you think. And that's what I mean. My dad is, unfortunately, he's a narcissist who has means and who's smart. I'll tell you one more thing that's going through my head as I'm watching these videos. One of my biggest fears, and the situation with my mother and my father traumatized me. And I remember, I'll be honest with you, when we were going through surrogacy, I didn't want a girl. I really wanted a boy. And we were in a situation where we could choose, right? And the first try was my boy for my genes, and then we miscarried. And the second try, I was like, all right, doctor, let's pick the one with the most viability to the eyes of science. And it happened to be a female egg. And I remember I was like, okay. I wasn't so thrilled. I'm being honest. I think I told you I wasn't so thrilled because the numbers are horrific. The sexual assault number is disastrous. And you're like, oh my God, stop with that. If you're saying stop with that, that means you're probably a guy and you don't know what it's like. Or you don't know what those numbers are. Scary world. And my biggest fear is to have my daughter not have enough confidence to walk away. I mean, I'll do my best to raise her, but especially with this social media world, and the girls are like, you're not pretty enough, you're not tall enough, like you have small boobs, and like all that pressure to look a certain kind of way, and then you have this stupid boy who's like, yeah, you're cute. And then, it's like, how kids are, right? It just F's up your self-esteem. I definitely make sure that as we raise our kid, and I'm strict. I'm not a laissez-faire papa yet, right? Because it's formative years. I'm loving and caring, but I'm like, clean your room, huh? Eat your dinner, no. I don't like when you act like that. No, it's important you understand the gambit of emotions. I can't just be like, yes, darling, yes, darling. No, yes, darling. This is not a toy. It's not a purse. It's a human. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what you think. Like, oh my God, look at this person screaming at his child. And I can send you the bill if you want. If you want to help me raise this kid, you're going to pay for the surrogacy bill. Yeah, you mind. I'll serve receipts, everybody. Yeah. But, my hope is to make her feel like her voice has weight and make her feel like her opinion matters and give her and understand that, the world doesn't roll around you, right? But you could always walk away. In the same token, like Christopher said, sometimes you have to duke it out and make it work. And you can't just walk away out of everything, right? Like if it gets so tough, I'm walking away. And that's going to be the fine balance to teach. I definitely want her to feel like don't worry, just walk away. But I don't want her to sabotage her chances because it's just too hard. And my dad said, oh my God, this is too hard. My dad said I could just walk away. So I'm going to walk away, right? I don't want her to think like, think or feel like that. Or like, what is that? Homework? No, my dad said I can just walk away. I'm walking away. No, that's not what I mean. So it's going to have to be a very fine balance to dictate to her a little bit like left, right, stay, right? But I do think girls need extra protection. Not to say boys don't, but it's a world made for men. Not made for me, but I made my way. Please, I'm beyond those years. Not me. But if you are a girl, it's still not your world. That rhymed. And so I think women need extra protection with the ability to protect themselves. And can I tell you something about the prenup thing? Because I'll bring it up again. I remember she'll sign a prenup. I for sure. I'm not working this hard for you to come in and take half. That is not happening. And if you think there's not a way to make sure that happens, because sometimes people be like, oh my God, I love you, Olympia. Don't you love me? Don't sign the prenup. You think you can enchant this? No. I have a prenup. People think a prenup is so negative. No, a prenup is let's discuss the details while we still love each other, not after. And also in the prenup, did you know in the prenup you can negotiate? Oh my God, in the prenup, you can negotiate legally how to raise the kids. You want to be a stay-at-home mom? Sure. For how many years? 20 years? All right, 20 years. You're 21, go back to work. Like, you can negotiate like that. Yeah. Or because, because you love each other, if you're smart, look, I'm teaching you how to be a conniving harpy. So the way you do it is you love each other. Okay, baby, I love you so much. I signed a prenup. Okay. So you sign a prenup. So you go like this. Oh, baby, okay, so if you cheat on me, I get like 2 million. All right, 2 million. All right, baby, 2 million. So you put 2 million if you cheat on me, okay? And then you go, all right, and then like, what if we sit together for like 20 years? Do I get like a guarantee like 100,000? Because like 20 years. All right, because I love you. All right, thanks. Do you know what I mean? Both ways too, like guys, like yo, baby, yeah, right? A prenup is when you love each other. That's when it's the best time to bamboozle you legally, right? Yeah, but there's ways around that too. For the smart parents who understand the game, there's ways around everything. So those who are smart and those who know, not to come in here and take my family work, you can build something together and then disappear if you decide to leave. My client was like, you talk about prenups a lot. Is everything you and Chris okay? It's funny. It's right. I do talk about it a lot. And the reason why, so my parents did not have a prenup. And Mom, you're savage. She got the 50% from my father. And my father got nothing of what she created because it wasn't hers. It wasn't hers. And when the accountant came back and be like, sorry, no, we're only dividing your stuff. Livid. Oh, he first of all, he cried. And he acted like he fainted. And then he came back, he lost a ton of weight. He was stressed and depressed at home. And we didn't even know. But I'm scared. I'm very afraid for my girl. Because Papa won't be here to protect her. All the time. I'm going to die one day. I'll die before her, hopefully. Yeah. Maybe I'll be 90 and she'll be like 76. Well, it can't be. Because I'm 39. So most likely. Hopefully she'll be 60. Doesn't matter. Chances are I'll die at 95 years old. That's what the statistics state. My husband is an actuary. Yeah, he calculated. Most likely we'll die in our 90s. If everything goes according to plan. So chances are... yeah, she'll be in her 60s. Oh, 50s, same difference. She'll be in her 60s and she'll be like, Papa. And I'd be like, come here, like little rascals, my little cane and my high blood pressure. What a disaster. Aging is so cruel. This is one of the things I have to tell you. And I had there was a big thank you from my sister-in-law because I preached this to my nephews-in-law, my niece-in-law. And I say, you have one life to live. You're supposed to be dumb and stupid at your age. Just don't get pregnant and don't die and don't kill anybody. 3 conditions. But you cannot be the best person. You cannot be the best version of yourself if you haven't experienced life and all of its dangers. Horrific? I know. Do you know how scary the world is out there? But you will never be able to navigate it unless you have to go through it, my love. Don't die. Don't get pregnant. Don't kill anyone. But you have to go through it. I see you on the other side. Not death, but when you come back. Because if you protect them, they got to know how to pay taxes, how they got a job. They got to know all that. If you protect them all the time, they're not going to know any of that stuff. Yeah. It's scary, but every year is a success, and every year it's like, okay, you're getting smarter. Hopefully, you're getting smarter. It's only until they're 35. 20, your 20s, you're still an idiot. 29, you're still an idiot. 27, 24, 27 is when you start to be like, oh, wait a minute, I'm a human. I'm grown. 39, you got, there's no excuse. Got to pay taxes. Life is hard. Even as I sit here and talk to you, life is hard. With this new world that we live in, I always say, I go, you know what? Actually, no, it wasn't me. It was my mom. My mom said, because she called me and she said, look, I'm old. I'm on my way out. Oh no, we talk like that, me and my mother. Please, just like prenups, wills, have a will. She's like, I'm old. This is not even your world at least, because they don't even think like you. At my time there was libraries and Carta Encyclopedia on the computer. She said, this is your daughter's world. And she said, the best advice I have for you is, because it's going to come down now, because judging of how these things are going, it's going to come down to who has more money than the other. That's it. It's going to come down to that. She's like, focus, and focus on making sure your girl is okay. Told you, we don't all believe in the same thing. We're very quite different of opinion. But one thing we agree on is that this doesn't look good. So everybody, we just stick together even tighter. Yeah. I love that about my in-laws. It's the family I never had. You know what I mean? Completely. I'm exhausted. Did you notice that? I joke around with Chris. I said if I was a girl, I'd be a total slut. But then again, I was like, I don't think so. And Chris was like, well, no, you were a slut as a guy. Yeah, okay. I told you I was a control slut. It's no secret. And by the way, I don't believe in that kind of shame. I'm young. I'm single. I'm supposed to be around. Get out of here with that mess. Yeah. Ooh, what is that? Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay. But I think if I was a woman, no, I wouldn't be. Because first of all, yeah, because even in my crazy years, I still said no to everything, to everybody. Like, considering the amount of yeses in relation to the amount of approaches I got, maybe my yes rate was like 1%. It literally was no to everything. And that's probably what saved me. Because my friends in my group were yeses to everything, and they got in trouble. Matter of fact, 2 of them are not alive today. One of them because they say yes too much. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maurice didn't make it. And it was that. It was just too much fun. At some point, you have to be like, no. Say yes because you want to, not because it's like, I'm bored, fine, whatever. You know what I mean? No, this whole concept of sex and being sexual and being intimate, it's fun, but only if I want to. Only if I like you enough to want to, Because sometimes I might like you as a person and intellectual, but may not be interested in having the sex. Which, in my case, people got it very confused because I get very excited and I'm very touchy. Something wrong saying no, because that's just how I show appreciation. I get proximity and touch. And some people might be like, oh, okay, he likes me. But it's the Americans who think that really in Europe, everybody is like that. And so it's like, no, actually, I was enjoying the conversation. I like him. Right. But just looks alone didn't really interest me. I always needed a good conversation, and I always needed smarts. I never slept with someone stupid. Yes. Oh yeah, this is why I'm telling you. I may have been a slut, but I was a selective slut. If you didn't have anything in the brain, it's just such a turn-off. There's nothing attractive about that. I've always been like that. People are like, oh, nice chest, nice calves, nice butt. Yeah. But a conversation with wits. You know, because you could tell people who fake being smart. Real smarts? So sexy. Forget how you look. How smart are you? Right? Because beauty fade. All that goes away. But what you have in the head, it's like, wow, amazing. My friends were always like, why are you with him? I'll stare. I don't know. I like the CEOs, I guess. No, they're worse. CEOs are a little cuckoo. No. I dated plenty of CEOs. Listen, all they want to do is control the hell out of you. You want to be a housewife? Go date the CEOs, but you want to eat bananas, if you know what I mean. It's nuts and wild. I was like, CEOs are the people who say no. What am I talking about? I'm sitting here doodling. I'm doodling. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to let you go because I have PTSD of the night. Maybe I'm perturbed by Sarah Boone. Oh, that drawing, that actually looks good. You want to see what I just did? Bitch, look at that. That's not bad for some random shit. Guys, the live is coming this Friday. I plan on having a glass of wine or the bottle. Probably the glass. I sell fitness for a living. To companies, not to people. To companies, okay? And you want to deal with needy bitches, deal with corporates. I have to look a certain kind of way. I can't be like, buy my services if I look like a whale. Unfortunately, I have to look svelte, darling. It's sad because there are plenty of unfit trainers, I've met them, who are smart as hell. But the perception, nobody wants to buy training from someone who's unfit. It's just not good perception, right? And it's unfortunate, but that's just what it is. Marketing, that's what it is. So if I gotta go out there and give you a contract for the year, I have to look like I know what I'm talking about, right? Perception. Perception. I don't know what the future is going to hold. You know, partially, I'm so disturbed. I don't know where I fit in. As an African immigrant, naturalized, I got my papers. Listen. I come over here with this ice baby. I got more than my papers, okay? And just in case, they're like, sorry, the server shut down. We don't see anything. And besides, I live in Jersey. So I'm saved a lot of the mayhem. But, just there's this uncertainty. And I have to say, you know, as an immigrant from African descent, for the very first time, because I felt that during George Floyd, where I was like, well, the state sucks. But for the very first time, it's like, wow, okay. For the first time, I appreciate the options that I have. I'm a dual citizen. Oh, then get out of here. Nope, darling. Hold on one second. No. First of all, I can do whatever I want. I'm an American and a French citizen, a member of Europa, okay? So I have de facto protection for being an EU citizen. Don't touch me. Okay? I'm a French citizen. Citoyen français. Ne me touche pas. That's one. Two. I'm too integrated in the US. So worst come to the worst, what's going to happen is that I'm probably going to move. And besides, that was even the plan before Trump came into power anyway. The plan was, I'm not paying for college in America. I'm a French citizen. I'm not going to spend all this money to go to school. And besides, I got my education in Europe. If you know what I mean, I think you do. My phone is dying. All right, that's the story for another time. Thank you, phone, for dying. I would have never left here. This is insane. This is 3 hours recording, 2 hours past my bedtime, past my allocated time. And not only that, I have to edit that. That's easily like 5 hours of edit. Oh, 8 hours of my life. I don't know what to do. Officer. Officer, has anyone ever done that? Hey, girls or boys, have you ever done that? I wonder, I need a cop friend so I can ask him, has anyone ever been like, I'm under arrest? Goodbye. Thank you for watching. See you next time.